Hey guys, Samurai here, back in with another video. Today I have another what if to share with you. I was rewatching some episodes of the Pokemon Journey series, and I stumbled across the episode that a lot of people are hyped for, the return of Ash's Infernape. This episode was favored among fans for returning Ash's fan favorite Infernape, reintroducing Gary, and not to mention having Gold join Project Mew. I feel like this episode had a bit of issues, but that's not what I'm here to talk to you about today. Today what I'm here to talk to you about is what if Ash's Infernape rejoined his team, similar to Charizard in the Best Wishes saga. A lot of us wanted this to happen. I was one of those people. I thought this would be epic to see Infernape, to see him in PWC matches, and I thought it would be a great opportunity. However, he didn't join the team sadly, but what if he did? What if there was a version of the story where he decided to travel with Ash because he wanted to grow stronger? This is what this video is for. This video will be a bit shorter than my usual videos because this isn't the beginning of Journeys, we're more at the halfway point. Alright, I see us picking up right from the episode where Infernape returned, this being, of course, episode 68. Now I see at the end of this episode, Ash asking Infernape to join his team, and Infernape agreeing. However, Ash would have 7 Pokemon in this case. However, this is a special series where most of his Pokemon would be at the Cerise Laboratory, so we'll just say Dracovish is resting at the Cerise Laboratory and he's rotating his Pokemon in. Not to mention, Dracovish doesn't really appear that much in the anime in general, so it'll be like he's hardly there. Anyways, we can move on to the first major event, this being the DP special, the episode where Dawn returned, this being episode 74 and 75 respectfully. These episodes featured a Darkrai and Cresselia. However, the main person we're looking at here is Dawn. Dawn would most likely see Infernape back and have a bond with it. It would clearly miss Infernape, and Infernape would do the same to Dawn, as while they weren't super close, she was one of the ones who was very worried for Chimchar, so I see them having some sort of closeness. However, I do believe that whole arc would turn out the same. But, well, arc 2-part special, whatever you want to call it, we can move straight on to the Volkner battle in episode 77. This battle turns out radically different. Ash does not use the same 3 Pokemon he used there. The Pokemon going into this battle will be Infernape, Pikachu, and Lucario. I could see Lucario losing first, actually, to Rotom, as it has no counters to Rotom's flying moves, and it would be at a huge disadvantage. Not to mention this is pre-Mega Evolution, so he wouldn't be buffed up like he was in the original canon. So Lucario loses a lot earlier. Pikachu is able to knock Rotom out, and is able to do a double knockout with Luxray. However, due to it being more tired than it was in the original canon, Electivire is able to wipe it out with a clean attack. This is going between a battle between Infernape and Electivire. However, unlike the Paul battle, he won't be using Blaze due to him growing much stronger, and instead Ash uses the Z move the same way he did in canon, but instead he's using Inferno Overdrive, a Z move he hasn't used in a while. However, he notes that maybe because Pikachu developed his own individual Z move, Infernape might be capable of this too. Now, the next moment of importance would be Lucario's Mega Evolution arc, if you want to say that. What I mean by this is the episodes where Lucario was training how to use Mega Evolution and gain Mega Evolution. I don't see the B battle changing, in all honesty, because Farfetch'd hasn't been in a battle, so I wanted to give him this one. So the B battle will stay the same as it did in canon. However, this would get Infernape revved up and wanting to become stronger. Ash take notes of this. So instead of 87 being about a Koharu, there'll be another episode where the gang goes to Alola. Because very similar to how Ash wanted to train Greninja with Lucario, he decides to take Infernape to train with Kukui and his Incineroar. Why Ash does this is so that they can use Z moves a lot better than they originally did, with a trainer who's just as strong as Infernape, if not maybe stronger. So the training would continue. Ash notes that whenever he uses the Fire MZ with Infernape, it heats up to an incredible amount. Very similar to what happened with Pikachu, except it's slowly transformed. They think this might be similar to the Pikachu MZ, but they don't know enough about it yet. But they still continue with their training, and Infernape ends up becoming a lot stronger because of it. The next major event to happen would be the Winter Special, where Palkia and Dialga were fighting. I don't see much happening here, I'm gonna be honest. The next major event that happens would be of course, would be the Ash versus Marine battle, or Marnie, my bad. I don't want to change this episode because I also like the B episode. Gengar didn't really get to battle a lot, so this is one of Gengar's standout moments, along with the arc he got before that with the G-Max. So it's the best thing he has going for them in this series, so I wouldn't want to change that. The next major event to happen would be the training between Ash and Clement. This training was made to help Sirfetch'd, and we can keep it the same way. However, I do see Infernape doing some training on the side. However, it would activate its Blaze ability once again, and this is when the Fire MZ would transform into the Infernape Z, Infernape Z, whatever you want to call it. This would allow Infernape to use the move Ignition Impact. They discover this new move, however Infernape will not be used in the battle against Drasna, as he's not a good match for her dragon types. However, he will be useful for the next battle, this being Ash's battle into the Masters 8, being Raihan. Now Raihan uses a Duraludon as his ace, so Ash figures that bringing Infernape makes the most sense, and Infernape is running for this battle. So the battle would go as in canon. We're dropping Gengar because Gengar didn't really do anything in this fight, and we already gave Gengar the Marnie fight, so you know, it balances out. The battle will be pretty intense just like it was in canon, and I believe that Lucario wouldn't get to Mega Evolve as it would get knocked out too early, as he would try to show off to Infernape with its new Mega Evolution, but still lose. However, Ash decides to use Infernape, and Infernape and Duraludon have a great showdown. I could see multiple scenes of where Duraludon would use its G-Max form, and Infernape's climbing it like a building, kind of like a mini King Kong, if you will. But I could see when the battle is reaching its climax, or penultimate, they decide to use a Z move, Ignition Impact, and the Ignition Impact is a more powerful version of Flare Blitz. Try imagining a Dragon Fist that's more of an ape or monkey shape made out of fire, and that's what it would most likely look like. However, when the dust settles, Ash's Infernape winds up the victor. Yes, Ash's Infernape does beat Duraludon and puts him into the Masters 8. This is the end of the video. I had a lot of fun writing it. It was a lot shorter than my other what ifs. That's because we started from the halfway point of journeys rather than the start like with the reboot video. However, I do plan to make a part 2 to that and an Inteleon video a year after that video has been made, which will be next month in June, along with a lot of other anniversary videos for a year. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Share this video with a friend, and that'll be Samurai out.